Let's go.
From Nintendo and Illumination.
The Super Mario Brothers can take care of the kingdom.
Comes a super-powered adventure. On April 1st.
Pack our things.
The galaxy gets even bigger.
He knows that's my bike, right?
Yes.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Rated PG. Only theaters April 1st. Get tickets now.
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right, we've done all the hard work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. And you could say that I am band curious. My name is Justin, and I like to talk to my friends about bands that they like. And they will tell me all the reasons I should, the songs that I should, and in doing so, we're going to come out with a list to present to you so you can get into this band as well. And today, well, you know, we could go with the good old Rio, but I guess really we're boys on pod. Today we're talking about Duran Duran, and I think that this one came to be in the Discord server in the Finding Panelists chat. I think you listed first, Brian, so you must have brought it up in the chat. So talk to me about Duran Duran.
I brought it up in the chat. I was trying to find something to do with Gavin because we've both been doing shows for a while and we haven't done any together besides REM, the championship. And so I was trying to hit him on a couple things, but we're not really like on the same. We're not really like syncopatico, whatever the word. I'm a like an alternative metal and rap guy, and he's not. But he said he's into new wave, and so when I was a little, when I was a little kid, well, my aunt is still only 12 years older than me. That hasn't changed. My aunt's only like 12 years older than me. She used to babysit us a lot. She's about the same age as Gavin. She's 55 or 56. And she like this is like what she listened to when she was like in high school. She was 16, 17. So I couldn't exactly like pinpoint like any like Duran Duran song at that point when I was like 5 or 6 years old. But it was just something that was always in the background. So yeah, then I found out that Gavin had been meaning to put it up for a while, and then Chris jumped in too. He's also of that era. I've done a bunch with Chris with all different genres.
Yeah, we've been all over the board.
Yeah, we've been through it because we did Twisted together. We're like bonded for life.
We're never living that one down, I don't think.
So yeah, and then I do like a couple of the radio songs, and like I wanted an excuse to listen to it. I do have some other information, but I'll get to that when I get to how I built my.
All right, so it was already alluded that you, Gavin, wanted to put them on the board, just never got around to it. So here's your excuse. Talk to me about Duran Duran.
Yeah, thank you, Justin, for having me on the show again. Like, really fun. And thanks to the other guys for after REM. I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to do any show with me.
I almost quit everything. How dare you say radio song while you're talking about this stuff?
Chris
Anyone who
is still
listens
sore.
to REM will understand that reference.
So, Yeah, REM is like, REM. Duran Duran is an important band for me when I was a kid, for sure, and I still like love all the stuff that got me young and in the heart. So I have a lot of love for Duran Duran. I saw them in April 1984
Mm.
at the Oakland Coliseum for Seven and the Ragged Tiger for the third album when they were like it was like Beatlemania, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was 14 years old, um, and went with all my friends from junior high, who were all the new wave kids. And back then, like the kids that were kind of weird and into different stuff, you would listen to like hardcore, like the Dead Kennedys, Sex Pistols, and all the new wave bands. There was no, it was all just like weird music that you would get persecuted for. It wasn't really like you had to get that specific about camps inside the avant-garde,
Mm.
And Duran Duran just sort of like immediately set up shop in your imagination when you were a kid. They were mythical, like right out of the gate. They had really accessible songs, but if you excavated like the next layer of soil or whatever, they had like a depth that rewarded your investigations. They were sexual, but not in like a traditionally masculine way, which was really attractive to the more like poetic or like androgynous kids like my friends, They were fucking beautiful. They were European. They had great style, great hair. When all of those things were totally impossible to figure out how to do, how to achieve, Like they just look like gods. It's like, how do you get a haircut like that? How do you find clothes like that? Or, um, they were impossibly cool. Like you couldn't get there, Simon Le Bon was like living the life that every kid wanted to live.
Uh-huh.
He wrote great lyrics in the beginning. Um, his lyrics were uh, really smart and strange. They were all like secret longings and dangerous predicaments, and he was nostalgic but looking like to the future at the same time, which is really cool. Their videos were super exotic. They're in like Sri Lanka, fucking riding elephants. They're
Yeah.
like in the temple ruins and they're on a yacht, like all in pastel suits and shit. And like so much of the other music that I liked back then was really dark. And they were offering like a world of like travel and erotic pursuit and intrigue. And when I got older, it wasn't until I got older that I realized what fucking great musicians they are. You know what I mean? I didn't know back then. John Taylor's bass playing is like extraordinary. He's like functioning on some other mathematical level, and I also learned that like they were just kids, like when they were making the videos to the Rio album where they're like running through the jungle and shit, they were all still living with their parents.
Wow.
They'd never even seen Europe. They'd never been out of England, And so that's like incredible, like the illusion that they were able to spin as this group of kids, that they had like this grand life and these like James Bond experiences and stuff. It was just all fantasy for them. Um, I just think they were incredible.
I Yeah, there's a lot to take from that, but we'll move it along because Chris, you pretty much hopped right in on this, and then kind of took point on putting the list together, and you kind of kept alluding to like just how much you were into them at one point in your life.
I always loved Duran Duran. Listening to top 40 radio growing up in the 80s. And also when videos started coming. I didn't have MTV, but we watched Friday night videos like religiously in the 80s, early 80s. And I tell you what, you were talking about like sexual video and whatnot. When that Hungry Like the Wolf video came out, I was 11 or 12 years old. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that awoke something.
Yeah.
them chasing that woman through the jungle and whatnot. And holy shit. Yeah. I can't add really much of anything. Gavin was excellent in explaining how amazing Duran Duran was back in the 80s. I'm glad we did just the earlier stuff. I'm not as familiar with their later stuff. Um, so I think this list worked out really well. Um, and I, it was a tough lesson. Harder than I thought it was going to be. Because I remember listening to them. I haven't listened to them in a while, other than a song here or there. So I was like, oh well, I'll pick out a few bangers, and then everything else I'll just pick out. And man, it was really hard. I know I'm early in the what was it like to get out your list, but it was really hard to get down to 20, especially since we added 2 songs like fucking yesterday.
Yeah, last
because
minute.
I forgot singles.
So a couple interesting points to like what Gavin was saying, like just thinking about travel was a word you used, and I didn't even really kind of put that together until like you said it. Like that is a feeling I get when listening to Duran Duran. Like I think about travel. I mean, sure, one song is called Rio, but like, I guess maybe that elicits the city, but like thinking about, I don't know, just something about the way the music is makes me think worldly. And I wouldn't call myself a Duran Duran fan. Like I was kind of, I believe my parents listened to them, but they weren't like, they were more NXS, more U2, more REM than Duran Duran. And Duran Duran was like something that just played occasionally. And, that I was aware of the radio songs, and they just kind of existed in my head for, so much of my life. And when I started doing this, like, I just realized kind of to Gavin's point, like what good musicians they are. Like, sure, like some of the songs were, are going to like live in my head forever just because they're fun and catchy or whatever. But like just some of the musicianship is just much more than maybe you would expect for what it is. And then rewarding was the other word that Gavin used. There was layers, like I was telling you guys just before we went on, I was listening to the list. I didn't get far into it. And I got to a song that when I listened to it on first pass, and when I subsequently ended up cutting the song, there was a layer that I didn't hear in the car that I heard now in my cans. I was like, well, shit, like that completely changes the song for me. And, we'll talk about that like as we come across it. But yeah, like, rewarding is not a word you would think to kind of put next to Duran Duran. And I think it's very apt, especially once you start, as Gavin said, investigating, start really kind of listening, actually listening past what, the surface level funness is. So let's talk about building a list for this, Bryan. We didn't have too much chatter going in, and I think we turned this one around in like 2 weeks. So was this something that was easy for you this go around, Bryan?
It turned out to be easier than I thought. So I mentioned before, I listen to literally every genre of music. I've done almost every genre on here. I said I listen to rap, I listen to rock, I listen to metal, pop, R&B. There's only mostly 2 genres that I don't really like. One is like death metal. I like every type of heavy metal except for death metal. And the other is new wave. So I don't know if it's because I don't know what it is. So when I was in a kid in the 80s, I listened to like pop, but not like this pop. I listened to like Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was my thing. Like anything like New Jack Swing,
Yeah.
Genre was my jam. I was into Color Me Bad and TLC and Bobby Brown and Janet Jackson. Like I was more in that world. And then like the grunge movement hit me when I was like 92. I was like 12 years old, and I got sucked into a world of self-loathing music. So anything from the 80s that was like this sounded like just corny happy music to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like like because it could be because of when because because grunge hit me at the right age, it like soured me towards anything that was happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get that, Justin?
Oh, totally.
Like anything that was happy, or it sounded corny, and so it took me a really long time to like get myself to listen to like new wave. And I actually really enjoyed this. This was like this really definitely like opened me up to like new stuff. So what I knew most of the radio songs. There were a couple songs on here that sounded really familiar. I had no idea were Duran Duran. Like they were just dance songs, like dance songs you would hear like just playing in the background somewhere. And the more I got into it, I'm like, there's a lot of dance music on here. There's a lot of 80s sounding dance music, which I used to listen to when I was a kid. Some songs like I know it's not like New Jack Swing, but you do have some of those beats. You have some of that like the drum machine. Like there's elements that I found that like I really enjoyed. So I made my list. This could be totally different than how you guys did it. I made my list based on what made me like new wave or this band. So any songs that has funk, that has that like New Jack kind of sound to it, anything that like has more of a rock beat to it, like that's what I went with, because I thought, okay, what if there's got to be more 45-year-olds out there who don't like this type of music. This is what you should listen to, and this will get you into the band. So I basically just did like bare bones what we're doing here. But I'm coming at it probably a different angle than the two guys who grew up with it.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. But I mean, we'll let them speak for themselves. Gavin, how did it go this go around?
Well, that was really interesting hearing Bryan just talk, and kind of cool. Like, I think that in all the bands we cover, and I talk about this, Justin, I think that there's like like a record for everyone. That's why I always try for album representation, because I don't like crashing some record that it was some kid's like entry into the band,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bryan and I are going to be polar opposites today. I can already. It's going to be great. So from kids, I guess from kids who got into Duran Duran initially, or kids in England who got into them when they were really like in the clubs as like a weird like post-punk band. Those first two albums are like magical. Everything comes together on those two records. Every song is like a novel. Every sound is interesting. They're mixing genres like so fluidly, like disco, goth, anthems, a Blade Runner future, into some sound that's like new pop, totally new. Then they hit that third record, Severed in the Ragged Tiger, and it kind of, for me, starts to take a dip where, they've been on tour for years. They were exhausted. They were all fighting. Too much cocaine, too much production. The songs start to get difficult. Too much going on with no editor. Nobody's telling them like, you need to cut, the 8 different, guitar, tracks on this. The pressure of being the biggest band in the world when you're all in your early 20s. Nick Rhodes was a teenager when they made the first record, you know? After Seven and the Ragged Tiger, it gets really dicey for me. And that's probably where Brian probably picks up more, which is cool. I totally respect that. The drummer, Roger Taylor, he leaves in 85 after Seven and the Ragged Tiger, and Andy Taylor, the guitar player, leaves the next year, both before we even get to Notorious. And the absence of Roger, particularly the drummer, becomes a huge problem. Like, I have a friend who I've known my whole life who's like a total Duran maniac. His name's Trey. And he was explaining to me the other day when we were talking about this, like what the absence of their drummer meant when he left. So I went back and listened to the drums, you know, all those early on the first 3 records. They're it's just it's night and day. Once he leaves, it's a totally different deal. And they become something else, which is huge. Everything pushed up to 11, bombastic club music. But for me, much more obvious, less mystery, less romance, less interesting, but in both the music and the lyrics. There are a few good songs I found, but not many. And but there are a bunch of people that like all of the records that we didn't cover,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe this is part 1 or something. I should say that we
Championship edition.
yeah. We
I
covered.
don't know about that. I think part 1 and part 2 works.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We covered 81 through 95. We cut the Liberty album because it's kind of a widely panned record by all the fans. Although I went back and just listened to it. I don't know that we needed to cut it. It doesn't sound much different to me than Notorious and Big Thing. I don't really see why that one stands out as a record that like needs to be cut. We took 3 songs from the covers album.
Yep.
We took the B-side to the first single, the B-side to Planet Earth, on Late
Yep.
Bar. And then and then 2 late editions. I forgot to even mention the Wild Boys and A View to a Kill from the Bond soundtrack, which were both non-album singles in this time period,
Yep.
Yeah. So sorry. It was easy for me. It was hard not to just take completely the first 2 records. I really gave everything a shot. I listened to everything all the way through. This was a pretty easy one for me.
So again, we've got one opposite, another opposite. You're going to have another opposite here, Chris, because you said your list was super hard.
It was. I forgot. And again, because I haven't listened to them regularly in probably 20 years, at least. And as I started listening, I forgot how much I loved, especially like Gavin said, those earlier records are so fucking good. I did find some tracks on the later records that I enjoyed because they're so different from the early stuff and similar to some other things, which I'll talk about when we get to those tracks that I picked. But yeah, it was hard to cut it down to 20 because there's a lot of great music on these records. And one of the things I loved about Duran Duran is they were, because I was a weird kid and I liked a lot of different stuff. They were on the radio, they were top 40, but they were different than so much of the pop music of the 80s. That's why I loved like Dexy's Midnight Runners, vastly different sound than all the other stuff that was in the top 40, like Genesis and the Bangles and stuff like that. So I like that stuff too, but I always steered towards the stuff that caught my ear as being just elevated and different than everything else that you're hearing today, which is one of the reasons I really, really loved it. So yeah, it was tough getting down to 20. I just, while we were recording the opening, I made another change. Because I remembered the song. I'm like, oh, I have to include this song because of this reason. which again I'll get to when I bring it up, and probably nobody else knows. So, yeah,
I'm
it wasn't torture,
yeah.
but it wasn't like a breeze.
I my explanation would be eerily similar to Gavin's. You know, minus the relationship to the band. I really locked in on the first two records. Like really locked in. And by that third record I was like, okay, all right. And then does it go Notorious next? I think.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed it with interesting. Like the lack of interest on Big Thing and Notorious really hit me. And it kind of took me out of like the driving force of what was getting me through this playlist. And didn't make it a chore, but it didn't. I didn't not like it, but it definitely felt like less whimsical, less about travel, less about less interesting, like just less intriguing to the ear. It didn't invite me in the same way, and I don't think I tracked that purposefully, but I think it bound out when you look at my list. Like that's what happened, and like I had a decent amount from everything because I was trying to represent everything, and as I'm going back through, like just those two records just didn't do it for me as far as what's going to make me want to really come back to this band at a later point. And then, we had those two late add-ins and, who knows, maybe one of those was a shoe-in the second we brought it up. Who knows? But,
maybe reasons.
We'll get into that. So I don't know.
Rio is one of those records. I'm sorry to
go ahead.
There's everyone's got like a dozen to 20 records where it's like this is a perfect record from track one to the end. And Rio is one of those records it's damn near perfect every track. It's such a good record. I forgot how good that entire record was until I went through this bit.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I've got like 6 from that. So yeah. All right. So I mean, judging by the way we're talking, it seems like it's possible that there's like those home runs and that's it, and we're all kind of dancing elsewhere. What do you think, Brian? Like for the final say, how many do you think we get through?
I still think there's plenty of home runs. I didn't write down which album goes to which song, so I have my list here, but I'm not positive that like which ones are on which album because I didn't write that down. So so I'm actually not sure what my album representation is here, except for like obvious ones. I think there's still enough home runs. Like I love my list. Like I would say we have 20. Come on, like, but I'm just gonna go in the middle. I'm just gonna say 5.
5. Okay, yeah, nice and in the middle. What do you think, Gavin?
Yeah, even if we are on opposite ends, I think that there's a lot of crossover in the middle. I think we'll get 7.
I like it.
It's fun.
I like it.
I was actually thinking about 7 because, I mean, there's easily 7 or 8 songs that are like, how can you not? How can you not? I don't want to go 8 because that's insanity.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go 6.
All right, split the difference there. All right, well, I mean, if 8 is going to be insanity, I might as well be the insane one. I'll go 8. I mean, you never know, right? Like,
you never know.
You never know. I do want to add that the radio songs that I had heard prior, I loved this go round. Like, kind of to like everything we've been talking about, like how rewarding it is and how much more layered it is. Like I never paid attention. I always just kind of paid attention to the catchiness. And hearing them this time, I'm like, oh, this is like a way better song than just how catchy it is. So
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, there's 10 singles on here where it's like, yeah, we all should have picked this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, coming out with a best of is not a bad thing for this, if that's what ends up happening.
Well,
So,
especially because, like I said, I think there's a couple of radio songs on here, besides like the four like obvious ones that like everyone knows are Duran Duran. Like there were a couple songs on here that sounded so familiar to me, and like I said, I had no idea like who even sang it. It just sounded like background 80s music.
Yeah. I swear to God, if you keep saying radio song, I swear to God, I'm gonna read it.
I listened to that yesterday, and man,
that's a good fucking song. I listened to it on my way to play softball on Monday night just to get myself pumped up because I'm like, it's such a good song. I listened to that in one of these songs. We'll get to it.
All right, so we're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, we're going to play the game, Jack. It's the program.
At IKEA, your dreams can come true. Well, maybe not the ones where you're being chased by a monster. We're talking about kitchen dreams. And there are IKEA products and solutions for all of them. Whether it's a whole new kitchen, a statement glassware set, or just new cutlery. If you got big dreams or small dreams in any size of budget, IKEA can help you bring them to life. Visit IKEA.us/dreamkitchen to learn more. Dream the possibility.
Baseball is back, and the first pitch is on Netflix. The New York Yankees, led by seven-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the San Francisco Bay to take on Rafael Devers' San Francisco Giants. This season kicks off with one exclusive opening night game. Watch MLB Opening Night, the New York Yankees versus the San Francisco Giants, live on Netflix. Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The four of us have come through a selection of the Duran Duran discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to match together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you have never given Duran Duran the time of day. And, I've been mulling. Yeah, I know. I've been mulling this one over, and I'm not going to do the thing this time, but I am going to do something that's sort of like the thing. One of the songs that I came across, I had already known it, but like it's just much more interesting than I ever gave it credit for. It's already come up several times, the video for it. Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to start obvious, sure, but also you got to start obvious.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic song.
I just love the guitars, and like I didn't, again, like there's like a, I don't even know what it is, going on underneath it.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I never heard that before. And then, on top of all of that, it has that catchiness that I have remembered and known this song my whole life. So like it has that immediacy of the catchiness that you can come back to later in life and be like, oh wait, this is just a good song. Past that. So all right, boom, one down. Hungry Like the Wolf is in. And Brian, where do you want to go?
Man, I want to try to hit an early album. Like I said, I didn't write the albums down, so I'm gonna go with one that I know is an early album because I believe it's the first track. Girls on Film.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
great.
is so cool.
Yeah,
I think that song is like it's 1981, and they're kind of like, I mean, if you've seen the video and everything, the video is really great if you haven't seen it. There's like a R-rated version too of that video. It's weird how that video kind of predicts like the 80s, like the excess and the glamour and the supermodels, but like the hollowness of it and like the exploitation of it and feeling empty and being exploited, like all that's in there. They're predicting the 80s that they are creating. Like Duran
Yeah.
Duran,
Wow.
one of the principal architects of the 80s, they're going to create that whole thing. And they're already talking about the hangover at the end of the party for people. You know what I mean? It's an incredible song.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. No pressure, Gavin. 2 for 2.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take a deep cut, or I guess it's with actually it was I think it was a single. Do you guys have Careless Memories off the first album?
Oh, word. I'm so. Yes, I do.
Yes.
That's the song I just fucking got.
Oh.
Oh no.
that's 3.
Yeah.
We'll take that 3. That was one I was looking at to drop for something else, so I'm glad I didn't.
Nice.
But we'll take that 3. That's good. All right. Chris.
All right, well, let's see if we can get one in the bin. And this is the song that I cut that song to bring back because I remembered the first time I heard this song, I thought it was Sparks. It sounds so much like Sparks. All She Wants Is.
No.
No, I don't.
Big thing.
No, I don't.
I figured it's going to go in the bin. It sounds so much like Sparks.
Yeah.
And when it came out, I was such a big Sparks fan at that time. Still am now, but back then also. And when this song started, I'm like, is this a fucking Sparks single? Like, no, it's Duran Duran.
All right.
All right, that's cool. I'm happy to be in the bin. I'm sorry that I've ruined a unanimous for it.
What are you
Don't worry, I'll be in the bin next time.
But it was gave me such big Sparks vibe, and I love Sparks so much. I'm like, you know what? I have to bring this song back. I have to bring it back.
There's a couple like that feels like I should do next, but I'm gonna take a swing here. How about Save a Prayer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool. It's great.
No, I don't have it.
All right, I'll take that 3.
I love that song. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Not to beat a dead horse or sound like a broken record, but Rio, like, I really could have taken that whole record.
It's a great record.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
All right. I mean, I can just go out there and do one that's going to be a 1. But I really liked it. This one I marked because this is like the one song that, well, a couple of them did that had that beat that reminded me of like the 80s New Jack I was listening to. I Don't Want Your Love.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No, I don't have it.
I don't have it.
No,
That's a good song.
Yeah,
It is. And again, this is one of those bands where I don't think there's any of these songs that are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's none of these songs that I listened to where I was like, oh no, this song sucks. They're all good.
All right.
Some are gooder than others.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin.
So when I was a kid, there was like a video album that was put out by Duran Duran. I think it was put out in England, and it had a couple like R-rated versions of their videos, and it was kind of like mythical because you couldn't get it. There was no internet, right? Like a lot of we're little kids, so it's like you really wanted to see it, and people were talking about it. And one of the other R-rated videos on it was a closing track to Rio called The Chauffeur, which is I'm taking, and that's a great song and a great video. You guys have heard?
I don't.
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, Gavin.
I actually
No problem.
Yeah, that's one that came up a lot, and look, broken record and all that, but also like I wanted to go back and give it a chance, but who wants to make more work for themselves with this silly show? So, all right, Chris.
All right, let's get another one in the bin because it's one of the cover songs. And this is the other song that I play. Like, if I got to get myself pumped the fuck up to something, I play this song. It's so fucking good. The original is amazing, and their version of it is amazing. White Lines. It's so fucking good.
I don't have it. No.
No,
I
I
knew
don't
you
have
would.
it.
I don't have it, but they still play it in concert. People go crazy.
Oh, fucking good, that song. Oh my God.
I'll say
I don't
this.
even care if it's been. I figured it would be.
Yeah.
I only threw it in there so I could keep it on my list and then throw it in the bin.
I'll say this. Yeah. Like I gave a lot of consideration to the covers, a lot more consideration than you would probably think, considering
Yeah.
everyone thinks they know me.
Right.
How about I go? Oh, I'm gonna go to. How about the Reflex?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take the Reflex.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that I didn't know I knew. Like I heard it and I'm like, I freaking know this song, and it's funky as hell, which is why I took it.
Yeah, great song.
All right, so I landed 3 there. That's all right. I'll take a 3.
Yeah, you'll get me on anything with like a funk to it. I freaking love it.
Yeah.
Brian.
All right, I'll go to another song that I didn't know that I knew. Anyone out there?
That must have been a late one for me.
Oh, no, I don't have that one.
Is there anyone out there? Anyone? No, Gav?
No.
You know what? So I don't. That was a late cut for me. I love that song. It's a great song.
I must have. I mean, I don't have it, but I must have.
First album.
Yeah.
It's the third song. I would have taken that whole record too. That's a great,
That's another great record.
New
Yes.
classic record. Yeah.
It's interesting, especially finding out that they were kids when this happened.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
that they came out and knew exactly what they were. Like, I'm always impressed when that happens, when a band knows exactly what they're going to be, like right from the get. All right. Gavin.
So if you go to they call it the wedding album. It's called Duran Duran, I think. It's self-titled again, 92.
Yes. Yep.
That's when they get Warren Cucurullo in the band, who was like a guitarist for Frank Zappa, and he founded Missing Persons.
Yep.
That band with Dale Baggio and Terry Baggio. And he helped write 2 really great singles on that record that was kind of a comeback for Duran Duran in 93.
Yep.
And I love them both. And I'm going to take one of them right now. It's called Come Undone.
Oh,
I got it.
Yes.
I don't. I'm sorry. That's
all right.
Yeah. There's a lot of good songs on that record. That's a really good record.
We got a 3.
Yeah, we got
I
a
don't
3.
have that one.
We'll take that 3 though.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
All right, I have more songs that I'm sure are going to go in the bin, but I'm going to steer away from that since I've got 2 already. And go with I know Justin's got this one. The Wild Boars.
Of course, Wild Boars.
Wild Boars. It's a Bell and Dubs bit. Justin
Adam.
and Jenny made this podcast. It's amazing, Bell and Dubs, and that was a bit. It's so fucking fun. And I can't believe that I forgot about that song until like yesterday.
Dude, I hate it. I have it. I hated that song when it came out. I wasn't going to take it. I was like, nah, I'm not even going to go back in my list and try to knock something out. And I was like, let me just listen to it.
Yeah.
So fucking good, dude.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
I don't love the Wild Boys. Like, they could have left that. And it's like his vocals are so great. Simon's vocals are so clear and mournful. They have an acoustic like version that my friend Trey just sent me, and it's a really beautiful kind of. Oh, and I also I love William Burroughs and like the Wild Boys,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which they are tipping their hat to that, talking about that in that song.
Mhm.
That's a great song.
I also have. I mean, if we're talking about bits, so I ganked that bit from Greg Proops on his podcast, The Smartest Man in the World.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
I
So
love
he used to just read news stories, and it would be about wild boars. Like, and
Yeah.
there was a news article came up about wild boars, and he started singing this song, only making it wild boars. So he would be like, all around me, wild boars. And it just always stuck with me. And then, how do you not introduce that into a Red Dead version?
Absolutely.
He's fantastic. We got to see Whose Line Is It live a few weeks ago, and he was there, and he was just fantastic.
I love
That's
Greg.
great.
Proops is
I love
amazing.
Proops. All right, we'll take that 3 for Wild Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3.
I don't think I had that on my list. I gotta look. Hold on.
It was literally added
It's
yesterday.
the song we just added it like yesterday.
Oh, I missed it. Okay, all right. You know what? I suck.
We
I
added
saw
that.
you guys talking about something, and I missed it. So what? What I do is when Justin or when anybody puts up the playlist, I make a copy of it. I make my own playlist, and then I cut the songs like as I'm listening until I end up with 20. So
Sure.
I wouldn't have even seen that it was added. My bad.
Yeah, I just added that. Yes. So that means the View to a Kill will also not be unanimous.
Yeah.
Anybody else have it?
All right, so we're back
Spoilers.
around to me though.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll put out a questionable one here. I'm not sure about this one. Nobody answered this when I asked Threads, so this one I feel like I'm going on a ledge here, but maybe not. How about My Own Way?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. That's a great song.
I didn't take it only because I couldn't take everything. I love that song.
Off of Rio. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a great song.
I don't mind that too. Boys, though, I don't think we're hitting any of our marks. All right. Chris, or I'm sorry, Brian.
I'm gonna try to go for a slam dunk. Title track, Rio.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Now we're back.
Back on track a little.
Yeah.
And this is another one that, I kind of dismissed, and I almost left it off because I thought, oh, well, everyone knows it. And then I listened to it, so it made my first pass. And then when I listened to it, when I was going to make cuts, I was like, but it's Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about cutting it for the same reasons. And I'm like, no, can't. Fucking Rio.
But it's a heavyweight.
Yeah, it is. It is. But again, it's like one of those I feel like Hungry Like the Wolf does more what I was talking about the there's more underneath it. But I mean, I would not be surprised if when we get to the number one, we're talking about Rio or Hungry Like the Wolf as the candidates.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because they're just sneaky good. All right. Gavin.
Shout out to my friend Trey. I'm going to take his favorite song. Do you guys have Friends of Mine off the first album?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
That's one of those ones that. Boom. All right. Chris.
All right. Let's see if we can get a unanimous off of Ragged Tiger. How about let's go with New Moon on Monday.
Yeah, I got it.
What was that?
Yeah.
I missed it.
New Moon on Monday.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I loved that
All right.
song when it came out.
all right.
So much.
Fucking love that song. Yeah. That record was not a perfect record, but there's 3 or 4 songs on that record where I fucking love those songs.
Yeah.
All right. New Moon on Monday.
And
Nabs at 3.
wrecking y'all's list. I tell you, I generally love all 20 of my songs. Now I feel like I just have bad taste.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's not what it is.
Nope.
That's not what it is. All right.
It's all music is relative. Music is opinions.
Music is
You like what you like.
Yeah, man.
Do not
Right.
feel bad for liking what you like. Never feel bad for liking what you like. That's part of what this show is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
All right. All right. How about, is there something I should know?
Fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Justin, you're throwing out. Is there something I should know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I thought I was taking
So-
a risk on that one.
No,
That might be, honestly, I think that might be the first Duran Duran song I ever heard. And loved
that
it.
was a big song in America when it came out.
Mhm.
That was a non-album single, and then they re-released the first album in America and put it on the record. Were we unanimous on that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't love the chorus, the please tell me now stuff, but I love the verses. It's so good, and the guitar's so good in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That's why when we switched the records to the UK release, I kept that song.
Yeah,
Because
that's right. Yeah,
It's so fucking good.
yeah.
all right. I didn't see that one coming. I like that. I always love when a random
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was unanimous for the bullet, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
so your 5 is still in play here, Brian. You're up.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll go to an album that you guys kind of said you didn't like, but whatever. Track 1, title track, Notorious.
Yeah. I kept it.
I got it.
Oh, good.
I kept it. It's a good song
It's a
off
great-
that record. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It's so fun.
Yeah, I'll give it that. It was a very late
Did you have
cut.
to,
I
Justin?
I did not keep it, but it was
Oh, okay.
it was a later cut for me. It
Sure.
definitely made my first pass.
Yeah.
Boom boom. If for nothing
I
else,
think it's just funny for them to say that too. They were kind of notorious as bad boys, partiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that song cracks me up.
all right. Gavin.
Yeah. So when they were like writing the Rio album and still touring and stuff, Don Taylor, the bass player, was fucking up and doing tons of drugs and like not showing up for sound checks and practices, and like he was on one. And Simon was worried about him and like couldn't get through to him. So Simon wrote this poem to him, put it under his door in his hotel room because he couldn't find him. He'd been gone, and it was the words to "Hold Back the Rain," the song on Rio that would become the song on Rio.
Oh.
And so, yeah, that song always touches me because I've had a lot of those issues too, and it's just sweet from like one friend to another, and the words to that song are really great. Did you guys, anybody take "Hold Back the Rain"?
No, it was just super late cut.
I wish I would have known
It's
that
a
story.
great song, but I did not keep it.
Yeah, that story would have influenced it. Like those are the kind of things that, I mean, there's no way I could have known that, But
and again, I would have kept the entire album of Rio.
Yeah.
Not for I got to have songs from other records too.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones. That was probably like 23 or 24. That was a late cut.
All right. Chris.
All right. I'm going to see if Justin played the game. I kept this song. It's a good song. It's not one of their best, and I only kept it because it got my wife's name in it. And I thought, well, maybe Justin will pick it because he knows my wife's name. Too late, Marlene.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Oh, you got one. I mean, probably like 21, 23. I did play the game. I just ultimately, if I'm being honest, I think it may have made my initial 20, and I bumped it off when we added those 2 songs in yesterday.
Oh. So, did anybody else have it?
I did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brian
You
did.
did. Excellent.
Yeah.
So it's 2?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 2. Yeah, my wife's name is Marlene. It's a good song, but it's also my wife's name is in it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gameplay a little bit. I'm gonna keep this fucking song.
Yeah.
I could have cut it. I could have cut it for any of the other songs where it's like they would have been unanimous. I got to play the fucking game, so I kept my wife's name on my list.
That's right.
All right. So we're back around to me. I've got like 9 left still. So like, I mean, even though it feels unlikely, all of us are still in play here.
No, there's more unanimous in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have 8 left.
All right. This one's already been cracked open, so let's try this one. How about Ordinary World?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the one I was going to play next. So this is actually like, even going back to like the 90s where, like I kind of like rediscovered who Duran Duran was because, they had their thing. It's funny because I used to call this my favorite Cure song.
Yeah.
Is that like guitar, that spacey guitar is just so beautiful and so Cure-esque that I'm like, this is the best Cure song.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I see that.
Yeah, man. It, like when Gavin said earlier, like a return for them, but it sounds different. It sounds different. Like I think it's when I really break down, what happens here, why I'm tapping out at Notorious and Big Thing. It's what they delivered on what the second self-titled the wedding record. Like they got a little bit more interesting. They took some more chances, and not obvious.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of brought me back in. So.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, there were a couple, bands from the '80s still, trying to like stay relevant once like the '90s like exploded, like into like grunge and alternative, and like this song broke through. This was played on MTV just as much as like Alive or Plush. Like it was played right along with all those songs, and and you didn't miss a beat. Like it was really, really well done to like stay relevant or recreate their relevance.
Yeah, agreed.
And doing that without completely caving to trying to sound like the rest of
they weren't trying to sound
right. Like when Motley Crue put out a grunge record, and
it was
well, I mean, it's a good grunge record, but it's Motley Crue, and it's like, nobody wants a grunge record from Motley Crue. Don't, make a Motley Crue record.
I never got into the grunge at all. None of it.
Well,
was up my alley.
It was targeted at me and Brian, to be fair.
Yeah. Targeted at like angry 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. And just like
flannel.
And just
actually, the grunge. I'm sorry, Justin.
Go ahead. You were going to say flannel?
The grunge movement pissed me off because I grew up in the mountains of upstate New York. I wore flannel all the fucking time, and then in the '90s, I'm still wearing flannel, and everyone's like, "Oh, you like Nirvana?" I'm like, "No, I like being warm. I wear flannel."
Flannel just got more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. All right. So that was me. So Brian.
All right. Well, I was gonna play "Too Late for Marlene," and then I was gonna play "Ordinary." So, I don't know. I'm just gonna go somewhere. How about "Planet Earth"?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I love that.
That's
Oh
a
yeah.
great fucking song too.
That was one of the songs that I was going to try to make space for, like that I was listening to right before we went on. And like I heard a layer that I didn't hear initially. And I was like, that changes the song for me.
Yeah, that's our first single. I love it so much. It's such a good song.
It's an answer we
gotta get one more for, because I don't know if I want this.
We might.
You guys are gonna end up with like "I Don't Want Your Love" on this list.
We got Planet Earth a lot on Threads when I asked Threads. So
yeah, it's a great song. Great song.
All right. Gavin?
Well, I took the B-side to Planet Earth called "The Late Bar," which I really love. It's kind of a fan favorite for old fans of Duran Duran. Do you guys have "Late Bar"?
I don't. I'm sorry.
I do not either. No.
Ah.
Into the bin. Yeah, into the bin.
Oh my God, that might be a 4.
I'm getting killed. I got a bunch of beers.
I mean, I know a View to a Kill won't be a 4. Shit. What do we got? How about Union of the Snake?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate
Wow.
I hate to be the odd one out there. Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I thought you had it. Okay.
That's another one that I got an answer for a lot, and I just didn't get a chance to kind of go back and make space
that's
for it.
one where I thought that one would be a 4.
We got a lot of 3s here.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get another 4 now. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's find out. I think my best shot at it is this song. Let's find out. How about New Religion?
Yes.
Yes.
No. I'm sorry. It is a great song.
Yeah.
But I did not keep it.
Yeah, all good. That's funny because I was thinking that same thing, Justin. I was like, that's my only chance for a unanimous right there.
That one came up a lot, and it's one of the ones that I enjoyed. So
yeah.
All right.
I got a couple more off the wedding album that might make it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Same.
All right, Brian.
All right. I'll go to the wedding album then. Also, I have a lot of respect for bands that have 2 self-titled albums.
Self-titled, yeah.
How about Too Much Information?
Fuck yeah.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's a great song.
It was a first passer.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin.
I took the closer from the first album, the instrumental "Tel Aviv."
Yeah, I got it.
Really?
Yeah.
You kept an instrumental, Justin?
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody would have that.
No, I don't have it.
I only cut it because it's an instrumental.
You know,
that's the only reason. That's the only reason.
There is a great version of it with full lyrics and Simon doing vocals, and they're so great. And I do not know what to cut out the vocals and lyrics. It's still great as an instrumental, but there's another really interesting version of that song.
I really love that song, and I only cut it because there were no. That is just the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like what you were saying. Even as that instrumental, it feels like a travel song. You know, it's exotic.
That's
and
exactly
strange,
why.
and you're in some weird landscape, and like so great.
It's exactly it. That's exactly why I kept it. It definitely fit the motif.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
Fuck, I only got 3 songs left. And I know that A View to a Kill is not unanimous, so fuck. How about To the Shore?
I got it.
Oh,
No.
You mentioned that song to bring that album in, Gavin. Come on.
love that song. They cut it, they cut it off the American
They
record.
did. They did.
So guys took it. I love it. I just didn't have room for it.
Oh, shit.
Respect, though. Respect. That's a great pick.
We'll take the 2. All right. I think we're at dump out territory now.
Yeah, I only have 4 left.
Yeah, I got 2 left.
I don't see us getting out of your 5, but I've been surprised before.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. I'll start here with Hold Me off of Notorious.
No.
Is that all no's?
I do.
Oh, Brian did. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that 2. Proposition.
Yep.
Oh.
No.
All right. I'll take another 2. That's all right by me. Moving on to big thing. Do you believe in shame?
Oh, yes.
No.
I do have that one. So I have 3 songs left, and that was one of them.
All right.
I love that song.
All right.
The 3?
I think it was a 2.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that song. Yeah, that's a great song.
And then
Talk about funky.
from the wedding album, Femme Fatale.
Yes. No.
No.
That was
No,
super
that-
late.
Velvet Underground cover.
Oh.
It's really great. I
Yeah.
didn't take it.
Yeah.
All right. And then last but not least, A View to a Kill.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
No.
I didn't take it.
I took it.
Yeah.
Big song for them. Big song for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did 2 Bond songs, didn't they?
I think they just did one. It
Didn't
kind
they
of.
do Living? Didn't they do Living Daylights?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, we can get our crack research crew on it.
I'm gonna look at it.
After
I only
the
got 1
fact.
song left. I know what it is, so I can research while we go through everyone else's
All right.
stuff
So
that I don't have.
so we didn't hit another one. That means Brian's going to hold on and win with 5. You can dump out here and make this discussion a little bit more difficult, Brian.
I only have 2. Meet a Presidente.
That's a good song. I didn't keep it, but that's a great song.
Okay.
Oh no, it was Aha that did Living Daylights. My bad.
And then I knew Justin wouldn't take this for 2 reasons. One, it's a cover, but it's a fantastic cover of a fantastic and by a great band known as Led Zeppelin. The cover of Thank You.
Yeah, that is a great cover. That's why I kept it. I didn't keep it in my list, but that is a great cover.
I don't usually take covers, but they like made it their own, so they just comes out with it.
You want to know what's hilarious though? Like that it
What?
made my first pass. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I ended up dumping it. I'm pretty sure I ended up dumping it because I knew it was a cover. So,
Right.
all right. You have a chance to I mean, I think these 2s are dead in the water, but you can get a couple more in here, Gavin.
I only have 1 left.
All right.
And it's another instrumental. I took Tiger Tiger off 7 in the Ragged Tiger.
I don't have it. That's a great song. A great song.
I almost took that one because the Pumpkins did a song called Tiger Tiger, but it was TYGER on the
cool.
Sear record, and I'd be willing to bet that he drew some sort of inspiration from Duran Duran on that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
Again, you want to talk about good funk? UMF.
Oh, that was a
Ultimate Mindfuck.
Yeah.
Great little funky song.
UMF.
I didn't have it, but yeah, definitely.
All right. Let me shift this over and see what we got here. We ended up with 5. I mean,
Pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it ended up being fine. It's just weird how we got there. It was like a few out of the park, and then just, yeah,
we
like
would have had 7 or 8 if I, wasn't fucking around. So
Well, there were
I blame
there were only 3 that I didn't have that you guys all had. So there's only 3 threes that weren't on my list. So
right, so the 5
I had 5 in the bin, man. 25% of my songs went in the bin.
Oh God.
yeah, 4. Yeah, I got 4 in the bin.
I only had 3 in the bin. I thought I had more than that.
So the 5 that are already in: Hungry Like the Wolf, Girls on Film, Rio, Is There Something I Should Know, and Ordinary World. We're off to a good start. So
yeah,
we got 4 here that we need to fill, and then Brian will get final say here. I think I have Wild Boys. No, I've got it. So I definitely want to put Wild Boys up first. Not only just because of the Greg Proops thing, not only because of the Bell and Dubs thing, but I think I know you didn't get a chance to listen to it, Brian, but I do think it is a really great song and it deserves to be on this list.
I agree.
I agree with you, even though I don't know
it. All right. Well,
I will trust all of y'all's judgment.
All right, so we'll move that one over. And since Brian has final say, we'll jump over to Gavin. Let me run down these 3s for you. Careless Memories, Save a Prayer, The Reflex, Come Undone, New Moon on Monday, Notorious, Union of the Snake, and New Religion. Is there one that's jumping out at you, Gavin, that you feel like at this point we kind of need to take it?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 3s, I mean, there's a bunch of good ones that you kind of need in there. For my own personal, story or whatever, I think you got to have Save a Prayer in there, even though that's another song off Rio.
All right. I mean, you were the odd man out there, Brian, unless you really want to.
No, that story really, that story really hits me. Like I really, I mean, I know other bands that have done that, where they wrote a song like, Pearl Jam has a song called Save You, that Eddie wrote for their guitarist because, he had ongoing alcohol addictions. And that kind of hits me.
All right.
Yeah.
Take that then. And Chris, same question to you. Is there a 3 that's jumping out at you?
Excuse me. Reflex was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We need something off Ragged Tiger. You need something off Ragged Tiger.
Right.
So we got Reflex. We got Union of the Snake. We got New Moon on Monday. Man, I love all 3 of those songs. I got to go with New Moon on Monday.
Yes.
As top of those 3.
It's
New
the
Moon
best.
on Monday.
Yeah.
Reflex is great. It was a big radio hit for him. Union of the Snake, same thing. Big radio hit. New Moon on Monday, though, I think it's the best song of those 3. And we got to have something off Ragged Tiger. We got to.
I'm for it. I had it. So again, I mean, we're asking a lot of concessions of you, Brian, but I think at this point you're okay with that. I mean, I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah. I mean, these are all the 3s that I didn't have.
Yeah. All right. So does that take us up to 8?
Since I ruined your guys' list.
No.
No,
I did it was me with my stupid bullshit. So.
All right, so that brings us up to 8. So now we've got one more spot before Brian's final say. So this
interesting.
Let's see what we've got it broken down into.
Do you want me to tell you where I'm leaning to help you guys, or
go for it?
Yeah, sure.
Right now I'm leaning towards Careless Memories.
Sure.
And it's funny because Chris mentioned that he wants something like the Reflex or Union of the Snake, I was actually looking at those two too. But right now, I'm looking at like Careless Memories, or actually pulling up Too Late for Marlene because I really like that.
I really like this.
That's a two. That's a two.
Not because
So
it's got
that's
my
not
wife's
really-
name in it. But
Yeah, but that's not really in your conversation. But so just so you know.
Well, yeah, the final
That's
say
a great song.
is whatever you want to do, though.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Yeah, but it's not in your current conversation of threes.
right.
But but yeah, Careless Memories, as far as the threes, that's where I'm like looking hard.
So we can either force Brian to, make a choice, or he's offering up a 3 that he's leaning towards. We can go ahead and take that as number 9 and then just give him his final say. What do you think, Gavin? Is there something else jumping out at you other than Careless Memories?
Yeah, I love Careless Memories, and I like it better than the song I'm gonna suggest. If that makes
Interesting.
any sense. But, or like album representation and sound representation to cover what they were doing. Maybe we take Notorious.
Notorious, yeah. That's where I was leaning. That's
Okay.
the only song I took off that record.
Me too.
And I only took it because we needed something off that record. It's really not a great. I mean, the songs are fine. They're fine. But compared to everything else, that record is not great.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
Notorious is probably the best song off that record.
I agree. Yeah.
I was the odd man out there. It was late. It was a late one for me. And I mean, of course, I know it from, it got sampled by, we don't talk about Diddy anymore, but it was sampled by him for Notorious
Really?
B.I.G. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Notorious, that part. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I can't imagine who else it would be for.
I think that's right. That's ringing a bell.
I mean, for the sake of album representation, even though it does feel silly to knowingly say, we like songs better, we think they're better. But I mean, to Gavin's point before, you never know. That song could be the one that opens the door for somebody for this band.
Yeah, like that record might be somebody's like, oh my God, I love this record.
Right.
And we're all just like, fuck that record. It sucks.
So, yeah. I think I'm on board for let's grab Notorious as our number 9. Give us a little representation here.
Sure.
And then leave it to Brian. The floor is yours.
I also think because we don't have anything off Big Thing, I think I'm going to go with Too Late Marlene.
Boom.
We don't have anything off Big Thing, really.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, look,
yeah, it's a good song, and
I like that record. It's a good record.
All right, so boom. Final say is Too Late Marlene, and boom. Type that in, and then we'll run this down one last go, and then we'll crank up the heat a little. All right, so we got Hungry Like the Wolf, Girls on Film, Rio, Is There Something I Should Know, Ordinary World, The Wild Boys, Save a Prayer, New Moon on Monday, Notorious, Too Late Marlene rounds out our 10. I read those 10 to you, Brian, and which one jumps out as the number 1?
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's really only 2 answers here, right, Gavin? I mean,
or possibly Girls on Film, but yeah.
All right, there's 3 answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with Hungry Like the Wolf. It's a great song.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be like too obvious here. Like, I don't know who's going to be doing like best of 2025 or whatever, but
Right.
I don't know if this is like, like the obvious choice, and we could do something absolutely insane and pick like Save a Prayer that nobody knows, but it's Hungry Like the Wolf.
It's either Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio, or Girls on Film.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Of the 2 Rio tunes, Hungry Like the Wolf is better.
Yeah.
Rio's amazing, but I think that one's better. Girls on Film is an amazing tune, Amazing tune. It was their coming out the gate song, but I think you got to go with Hungry Like the Wolf.
All right.
I think you got it. I agree.
Well, let's not belabor it then. Hungry Like the Wolf is our number one. Let's get it queued up, and I'll read down this list one last go.
That fucking video. Oh my god. Fucking fun.
Hungry Like the Wolf is our number one. Girls on Film, Rio, Is There Something I Should Know, Ordinary World, The Wild Boys, Save a Prayer, New Moon on Monday, Notorious, and Too Late Marlene rounds out our 10. And with that, let's let Hungry Like the Wolf get a moment in the sun. I hate that I can't give it a real moment because
I can't hear it.
yeah, that too. But like
play it on my own earbuds.
Yeah, the internet, Spotify yells at me if I play the song for too long. So even though we're talking over it, it apparently does not matter to them. All right, so we have done it. We've turned you on to Duran Duran, and don't take what we were saying because Gavin made a great point. Just because we didn't necessarily like those two records doesn't mean they won't be your way into the band.
Sure.
I feel like to really get what they're doing, it's the first two. But you never know, man. Like everybody's tastes are different, bro. So just take that into account. Hey, man, you maybe disagree with our list. Maybe you knew Duran Duran coming in here and you only listened so you could yell at us. There's a great place to do that now. You can go to Spotify if that's where you're listening. You can leave a comment and I can comment back. Tell me which songs you would have picked. That's fine. But if you're going to do that, please give us a 5-star rating. Would appreciate that. It helps us get seen in the algorithm. Same goes for Apple Podcasts, which the majority of you are listening on. A 5-star review goes a long way in showing us to other people who may enjoy the show. And boy, oh boy, could I help that help. It would be awesome. Man, if you want to give monetarily, patreon.com/ohijustin is a great place to go to do that. And I'll say this, by the time this comes out, a couple of the REM Championship editions are out. But they all got dumped to the Patreon first. Like all 5 episodes came on the same day. Just saying. You also get deprogrammed before the rest of the world. You also get the conversation that we're about to have after the fact is going to hit that immediately. The occasional "Oh hi Justin" that's getting rarer and rarer these days. I'm trying to make time for it. Eventually maybe songs from my new band Undercutters will make it there. If we ever actually record like good versions of the songs, maybe. I don't know if that's something that anybody's interested in. But anyway, $1 a month gets you in the door. It also gets you access to our Discord server. It gets you an automatic invite, and it also opens the doors to some of the private channels in our Discord server. So, man, maybe you are interested in the Discord server but don't want to give $1 a month to do it. Cool, I get it, man. Money's tight. You can find us at Legion of Stupid Discord. Jump on in there. We're growing a tree, which is great. We're counting, which is fun. There's a bit channel, but please don't do bits in it. There's no bits. There's also, let's see, the deprogram channel where you can come in and talk about the show, talk about music, whatever. But also there's a music league under that. And there's also, the Finding Panelists, which is how this episode came to be. You can say, hey, man, I'd love to talk about this band, and somebody else will jump on and say, yeah, man, that would be cool. I'd love to do that as well. And that's how it happens. It's just that simple. So check that out. Discord, Patreon, done. We're a podcast. Subscribe, rate, and review. Those are all ways to help us. Sharing is caring. But the absolute best way you can help this show is by telling somebody that you listen to it. Hey, I listen to Deprogrammed, and you should too. And with that, Duran Duran. Learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, before you close out, Justin.
Oh, sure.
You have to add, you can now also rate and comment on IMDb.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can.
The podcast is now on IMDb, and I'm happy to report I went in and I added Justin and myself. I now am on IMDb as an actor. So thank you, Justin, for that fucking amazing thing.
Yeah, how cool is that? We are DB.
Yeah.
So we are on IDB.
Yeah, I am DB.
Let's not forget that. And with that, Duran Duran, learn them, love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.